Hello YouTube, this is Thomas Judge back once again, and today I'm looking at another coffee table book. Today we're looking at another computer game related one. This is PlayStation 3, It Only Did Everything, a riff on the PlayStation 3 launch tagline of It Only Does Everything. Last time we looked at an unofficial guide for PS Vita called Vita Means Life, written by Sandeep Rai. This is his follow-up book, purely on the PS3. If you own both of them, this is what they look like together. The exact same kind of formatting, exact same kind of look and everything. Same finish, like a nice and matte hardcover. Ironically and strangely, the PS3 one is substantially slimmer than the Vita one. I don't know why that is, but there we are. I've read a lot of the Vita one. I've been really enjoying it. And so I picked up this from Sandeep Rai's Etsy store. So the name is Too Old for Gaming. And that's the person who has written this. Apologies for the odd shadows and lights here. It's a very strange day in terms of weather here in the UK, so we're kind of just stuck with it. Hopefully it's not too distracting. One day I will get a professional lighting setup, but today is not that day. So this is the contents. A complete overview of everything that happened with PS3. For those of you that weren't around at the time, the PS2 at the time when it first was in place was just absolutely dominating the original hardware and console war. It was doing much better than Xbox, so anticipation for PS3 was really high. However, PS3 launch was an absolute disaster. The price, the lack of backward compatibility, or rather the backward compatibility getting phased out so early on, the weird controller, all this sort of stuff. Essentially everything to do with the PS3 launch was a fucking disaster. And this book kind of takes you through that. It takes you up to the lead to the launch, the design strategy, the basic kind of ideas behind it, interesting stuff about the games. The reason I'm doing a flick through here is that there are, again, no overviews or Skycam kind of flick throughs of this book anywhere on the internet. There's nowhere on YouTube. Similarly, the same way there wasn't one for the Vita Means Life book either. So again, I thought I'd do it. I bought this reasonably confident I was going to enjoy it because the Vita Means Life book was great. And so looking at this, look at that. Look at the care and the love put into this. The screenshots, the design, all the text, all the writing. The narrative is really, really sort of thorough and coherent and linear. As a coffee table book, it's a little bit disappointing that these things aren't oversized. They're just normal size, but it is an independent publication, so I can't knock it very much. I am really enjoying reading the Vita one. I am very much going to enjoy reading this one as well. The PS3 is, for me, one of my favourite consoles of all time. The PS3 and the Xbox 360 era is really, for me, the golden era of video gaming. PS4 obviously has amazing stuff on there and so on, but the PS3 era to me really is when games just kind of peaked. Graphical improvements since then have been marginal, gameplay improvements since then have been marginal, whereas every console generation prior to that, each leap to a new generation was a massive step change. It feels that PS3 was the final big step change, and as a result, I really enjoy it. I really enjoy reading about it and learning more about it. Heavenly Sword, one of the best games ever made, is made by the team that now are responsible for things like Hellblade, so not to be underestimated. And just loads of really interesting stuff here. Game-by-game overviews of some major franchises. Bayonetta, of course, which at this point wasn't a Nintendo exclusive. Loads of really, really interesting stuff. It looks great. It captures a really fascinating and really kind of nostalgia-riddled era of gaming. Deservedly so. Games like Infamous have never been ported onto any other platform, and PS3's unique cell architecture really means that a lot of these games are going to be locked onto the PS3 ecosystem forever, unfortunately. Excellent game, or excellent games, excellent gaming portfolio, excellent gaming machine, excellent era of gaming, and this book just really just kind of just nails all of it, frankly. Look at this. Look at this. So if you were on the fence about buying this, if you're worried it was just going to be all pictures or just kind of random gumph, hopefully this gets you off the fence. This is a great, really interesting, really well put together, really lovingly curated book of all the different aspects about PS3 and PS3 history and things like that. Hopefully that helps. If you do want to support Too Old for Gaming, you can get stuff on his Etsy store. This is not an endorsed video, a sponsored video, or affiliated in any way. But dude's clearly passionate about this and has done an independent project. So I have enjoyed this. I'm looking forward to whatever the next book is, and I will definitely be picking it up. These things normally go out on Kickstarter first, so if you do want to support him, you can do via Kickstarter. I don't do Kickstarter because it's yet another fucking thing to be a member of. But if you're into that sort of stuff, please do check out Sandeep Rai, Too Old for Gaming. It Only Did Everything, his recent book, and Vita Means Life, the big original. Really nice, juicy hardcovers for your shelf, and highly recommended. Until next time, stay classy.
All right, thanks for watching, everybody. As always, please like, comment, subscribe. As always, please follow me on Twitter at I am Thomas Judge, where I will post a daily review of whatever comics I've been reading. You can get an idea of what I'm up to on the channel. And as always, please support the channel by heading over to Amazon.com and checking out my prose novel about superheroes. It's a completely original piece of work. The first episode in it is called Arrivals, and the series as a whole is called No Gods or Kings. You can find an excerpt of that on my website, nogodsorkings.com. Until next time, everybody, stay classy.